Back at the club at Shadow Lakes, talking politics with former Allegheny County Chief Exec and head of the Allegheny County Republican Party, my friend Jim Roddy. And the reason being is just days away before the Ohio and Florida primaries. These are primaries in which winner take all, meaning you get all the delegates. Governor Kasich, of course, from Ohio, and Mr. Mark Rubio, Senator from Florida. So we're going to talk about the significance of both of these states and why they mean so much to both of these gentlemen, but more importantly, who they are, just in case you don't know. So let's begin with John Kasich. Mr. Roddy, I did not realize that he was a part of that last balanced budget in America during the Clinton administration, and he's the man behind it, and that, of course, is the governor, John Kasich. Tell me about that.
That's right. He's a McKees Rocks boy. Born in Pittsburgh, McKees Rocks, then went on to live in Ohio. But he went to the Congress. I think he was in Congress, I don't know, 8 years or something. But he worked his way up. He was highly regarded in the Congress. And Newt Gingrich made him chairman of the Budget Committee, the House Budget Committee. And that's really the committee that puts the budget together. And he structured that so that it was balanced. No one thought we could have a balanced budget. We had been running deficits year after year, but Gingrich was determined that on his watch it was going to be balanced.
Many people have called him the quiet confidence of the party during these kind of turbulent times with all the things that have happened in the debates. Why do you like him so much?
Well, I like him because he's capable. I don't necessarily like him because he has a sparkling personality. He doesn't.
No.
He's a very serious person, kind of quirky at times even, but he's genuine, absolutely genuine. And he has done a terrific job in Ohio. He has balanced their budget, and he has cut taxes, and he has increased jobs, increased the economy, and he's done a great job in getting rid of unemployment. He has done probably as good a job as we've seen anywhere, certainly in the northeastern and midwestern states.
Where we are now, we are miles away from this proposed Shell petrochemical plant in which millions have been spent, possibility of billions to be spent, and that will affect eastern Ohio, panhandle of West Virginia, and us here in western Pennsylvania, and eventually, I believe, go coast to coast. Explain to the audience the significance of something like that, and if it happens, and what it can mean, and why Ohio and Pennsylvania and West Virginia will really benefit from this.
Well, we hear a lot about the cracker plant. And
right.
What is a cracker plant? It's a term used in the energy industry where they take out a gas called wet gas.
Right.
And wet gas has a lot of properties in it. It has a lot of chemicals in it. And they crack it. And they take those chemicals out. Now, those chemicals are critical in the production of plastic. And as you know, practically everything we have has plastic in it in some way. And so if they build the cracker plant here, that means that the chemical industry will start building their plants here to be close to the source so that there's no take the transportation cost out. And so they'll extract those chemicals and they'll probably have a conveyor belt that just moves from the cracker plant right into the chemical companies, and they'll have their production lines. It will mean employment. It will mean that the Mon Valley will be saved. You know, it's been a long time. Started in 1978, went through probably 1983. We lost 250,000 jobs in this region. The biggest per capita job loss in the history of our country. And yet we managed to survive on things like meds and eds, education and medicine, and finance, and we've done in advanced manufacturing and technology. But we still have never brought back the whole area. The Mon Valley has not participated in the resurgence of the region as well as other areas. And this could be the difference.
So what you're saying, from the Mon Valley to Beaver Valley to the Ohio Valley, it will be a resurgence of manufacturing that we have maybe not seen in 100 years.
Yes, and manufacturing that can be here for another 100 years because the gas is going to last that long.
Oh, okay.
We are literally the Saudi Arabia of the gas world.
Now, I want to move on because I know your schedule is very tight, and I appreciate you spending some time with me today. You've always been a fan of Marco Rubio, and I can see why. I think he is the face of the future. but he has struggled at times. And Florida is going to be very important to him. And I believe if he doesn't win his home state, then he is pretty much finished. But let's talk about Marco Rubio and explain to the audience who he is, because really he is a fresh face. A lot of people are seeing him for the very first time.
Yeah, Marco Rubio is a young man whose parents came here from Cuba. He grew up in poverty. His father was a waiter in a hotel, and his mother worked as a cleaning woman. And it was interesting that Marco Rubio spoke before an audience of 1,000 people in the hotel where his father had worked as a waiter.
Amazing.
So Marco Rubio went to the Congress, or went to the House of Representatives in Florida. He spent 14 years as a legislator and became Speaker of the House at a very young age, and did a terrific job. Passed a lot of legislation designed to help people that needed help, and that was really his trademark. And he was elected as a senator. He's a first-term senator. And if there is anything to question about Marco Rubio, is does he have enough experience? Well, 14 years in the House of Representatives and being Speaker of the House in a large state like Florida certainly is an important post. But he is, you mentioned that he is the future. He's smart, he's articulate, he's a handsome young man. He knows how to handle himself in public.
Well versed.
And he has a grasp of this situation. I heard him give a talk on foreign policy. He's been a member since he went to the Senate. He's been a member of the Foreign Relations Committee. And he gave a talk on the critical issues out there. He's a member of the Select Intelligence Committee. And he gave a lecture about Korea, about the Middle East, that would just absolutely astound you. His grasp of the issues and his command of what's going on is very, very good.
All right. Obviously, Senator Cruz, Donald Trump on the Republican ticket, going to be a part of what's happening on Tuesday in Ohio, Florida. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders on the Democratic side. What should Pennsylvania voters look at while watching the coverage of these two states? As our primary is coming up April 26th, what should we look at? We'll close on that note.
Well, I don't know. I think it may be decided pretty much by then. We may not count, but you never can tell. Donald Trump has a lead right now. If Rubio wins Florida, he stays in the race. If Kasich wins Ohio, he stays in the race. If they both lose in their home states, they probably drop out. And that means that Trump will be the nominee.
And you believe he'll face Hillary Clinton?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I can't thank you so much again for giving me so much time. The great Jim Roddy, folks, at the club at Shadow Lakes. Have a great day.
Thanks, Rob. Good to be with you.
You too.